Welcome to another brand new trade recap. Now, today I took two trades were absolute bangers, but as you can see, I am only up $156 per account, right? So as you can see, across three accounts, so that's 156 times three. So let's say about $450, $460 I'm up for today. Um, well, obviously I'm up, right? And this is not even a green day, right? So I currently have 3 green days. I need 5 green days, obviously, on these accounts to get a payout. But overall, yeah, overall, I'm really not happy with myself today. I did take an absolute, like, the two trades I took today were absolute fucking bangers, right? A plus setups, but I mishandled myself. I didn't manage them correctly. My emotions kind of got the better of me today. Like, not the, my you know what? Not necessarily my emotions. I was just too sleepy. I was not sharp. I was not focused. I was too naive. All right. Once I entered the trade, you gotta manage it, right? You can't just let it run. Of course, if it's your strategy to let it run, then whatever. But you gotta manage your trade. So anyways, let's get into the first trade of the day, bro. So let's go back to 9:30. So this was 9:30, right over here, and we had, as you can see, we were trading inside this 1 hour gap. We were trading inside this 1 hour, right? And we had these ones above us right over here. All right, but we were still like when market opened, we were still like trading here. Um, and we had an unfilled 1 hour and 4 hour gap below, so I was like kind of targeting it. Anyways, 9:30 opens, we manipulate higher, and then we start displacing lower, right? So my model says pretty much when we have some displacement lower after tapping a high time frame for value gap, then I'm gonna look for a trade. And pretty much as you can see right over here, we have this 5 minute bearish gap, right? 5 minute bearish, 5 minute bearish for value gap, right? And then once we open it, I am looking for a retracement back into the gap, right? And we got it right over here. And then the highest time frame inversion in the leg, which in this case was a 30-second inversion. And then right over here, this is where I take the trade. My stop loss was right over here. Right over here, we take this inversion, right? And then target a 1-to-1. Now, usually I target a 1-to-1 or the closest, let's call it internal, all right? The closest internal structure. But we had this 5 minute unfilled for value gap right over here. 5 minute unfilled for value gap. And we had CPI data lows right over here, all right? So in my mind, we are definitely, all right. So the draw in my mind, after we tapped the this 5 minute, we're inside a 4 hour, inside a 4 hour bearish, inside a 1 hour bearish, right? We retrace back into this 5 minute. We got the inversion from it. So in my mind, we're going lower. So I was targeting a 1-to-2, right? So I wasn't gonna be too greedy and like aim from that for data lows, but I wanted to aim at least for like a 1-to-2 towards that unfilled 5 minute, right? So that was my actual trade, right? So 4 hour gap, 1 hour gap, and then displacement lower, 5 minute retrace, 5 minute tap, and inversion from that gap, and then this was my trade. Now, trade absolutely started, smashing. We were right here, right? I was already up $600, $700. All right, 6, 7, 6, 7. I'm joking. Fuck. Holy shit. I can't believe I just did that. Anyways, yeah. So I was already up like $600, $700 on the account. We swept this internal, right? So if I close the trade right over here, perfect $500 across three accounts, which means 1.5K day, which is fucking great. But I was aiming for a 1-to-2. And what happened was right over here, I went break even, of course, and then bam and bang, right? We got break even after being up like $700 on each account, all right? Which fucking sucked, but it is what it is, man. Like, I got break even. You know, this was my model. I should have closed it at a 1-to-1. 100% I should have closed it at a 1-to-1. But hey, I really thought like that's the thing where I didn't just say, okay, I want price to go to a 1-to-2 and I don't care about anything else. Like price had reason to go lower. Like we had this 5-minute unfilled gap, which we fucking edged by 7.5 points, right? 7 points. And we had CPI data low. So I was like, all right, there's a real reason for price to go lower. All right. But obviously, yeah. So obviously, because I'm making this trade recap, we got break even, and then I was kind of pissed. I was kind of pissed. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like we took the trade, and then, you know, market kept like going, and then I obviously did not take any trades for the AM session, right? That was my trade for AM session. But what ended up happening was I got my model again later on in the day. So we had a retrace back into this 1 hour, right? So we retraced all the way up to this brand new unfilled 4 hour and unfilled 1 hour gap, right? And then what I'm looking for from there is displacement lower. And we absolutely got huge displacement lower. And at this point, so as you can see, like at this point right over here, I am looking for a 5-minute or 15-minute fair value gap to open to the downside. And as you can see, whoops. And as you can see, so we open one right over here, but again, we're getting such strong displacement to the downside. So there's no entry for me here. We open another one, and then we open another one. So I'm like, all right, we have, as you can see over here, we had this unfilled 1 hour gap. Like right over here, we have this unfilled 1 hour gap. So I was like, all right, and at the time of making this, like at the time of the trade, I did not see that we created a 1 hour bullish gap right over here. I did not see it, but that's fine. Like that was still a very good trade. Anyways, so we opened up, like again, once we get the displacement, all I'm looking for is a retracement to one of the 5 minutes for value gap that opens up, and then from there I'll take the trade. As long as we still have not hit an opposing fair value gap, right? So as long as we did not hit like this 1 hour gap, I don't care. I'm still looking for shorts. And so we get the tap into the fair value gap, and then we have a 30-second inversion right over here. And then we get it like this. All right. So at this point, I was like, fuck. All right. ES already tapped the 1 hour gap. All right. ES already tapped the 1 hour bullish fair value gap. So technically, it's an SMT to the upside. So I kind of hesitated and I didn't enter here. I wanted to see a retracement lower. All right. And I didn't get it. So after like two 30-second candles, like right over here, I entered because I was fucking stupid and I was like FOMOing in the trade, which is not something smart to do. And like after one candle to the upside, I was like, all right, I'm closing the shit. Okay, so I closed the trade shot somewhere over here and re-entered again over here, targeting the 1 hour gap, right? But then what ended up happening, I was already up in profit over here. I was like up, 400 something dollars. So I was like, all right, I'm trailing my stop loss aggressively. And then I got stopped out for like not here. Again, I didn't close it at 1-to-1 again. And then right over here, I got stopped out for like $240, something like that. In profit, of course. And yeah, so overall, two very, very good trades. Like overall, if I close this one in a 1-to-1 RR, bang, $500 like across at each account, and I was done for the day. But again, I mismanaged it. I wanted to go for bigger wins. I tried to go for a bigger win, and I ended up like, with $150 in profit for the day instead of being like up $500 at least. If I took both of these trades and closed at 1-to-1, I would have made 1K across each account. So that's 3K for the day, like $3,000 in one day, which is fucking nuts. Yeah, but anyways, we're still like very close to a payout. I need like 2 winning days. and we can get a max payout of 1.5k across each account. So that's like a 4.5k payout from Alpha Futures. So we're very close to that. 2 days away from a 4.5k payout, which is fucking awesome, fucking great. Yeah, but these are the trades for the day. Still green for the week, still green for the month. And yeah, we're getting closer to that 4.5k up from Alpha Futures. So that's gonna be fucking sick. And yeah, guys, so hopefully you learned something. Don't be a dumbass, right? Close your trades for a 1-to-1, close your trades for a 1-to-2. All right, aim for low-hanging fruit. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like down below, leave a comment if you have anything to say to me. Even if you're a hater, bro, couldn't give two fucks, bro. Just leave whatever you want to leave. Hate if you want to hate, bro, because I've never seen a hater doing better. Anyways, yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe down below if you want to see my pretty face on your screen again. I have a free Discord down below. Feel free to join. Like, I don't know, just join. It's free. Why not? And yeah, that's it, boys. So thank you for watching. Peace out.